Thank you for pulling this together. I know there's a ton of work that has to be done in Campbell County to get us back into the fighting spirit and making sure that we can turn out some Democrats. We've got a problem in Tennessee. That problem is the Republican Party, but we can fix that problem because there's also another problem. We are at the very bottom of the barrel when it comes to voter turnout in the entire country. I mean, we are at the very bottom. We don't have a voter registration problem in this state. We have a voter turnout problem. That means that all of us have got to be busy doing the work necessary to turn people out and to vote for a party that can deliver results for ordinary people. I tell folks all across this state, I don't care if you're a Republican or if you're a Democrat, at the core of everything that politics is about, it's about making the lives of ordinary people better. And we've got to make sure that we put people on the ballot who are committed to doing that. Folks like Jane and Jack, who are going to work hard to make sure that we can deliver results for people in Tennessee. Every Republican in the congressional delegation from this state has been against every single policy that could deliver results for ordinary people. When the president wanted to pass the bipartisan infrastructure bill, every Tennessee Republican was against it. But they found a way to show up at some of these ribbon cuttings and some of these dirt digging ceremonies to put their face on the money. When the president wanted to cap insulin at $35, every Tennessee Republican was against it. When the president wanted to put more shots in arms and money in bank accounts to get this economy and our country back on track, every single Republican from Tennessee and Washington was against it. Now, there is a Trump puppet in D.C. They call her Marsha Blackburn. She is target number one. We have got to send her back home to Williamson County to life as a private citizen. She has been one of the most hateful, one of the most divisive U.S. senators in the entire country. She does not care about coming out lying to ordinary people about what's at stake. That's even if she shows up. But on top of that, there are Republicans in control of this state who talk about small government, who talk about government overreach. Since they have been in power in this state, they have put their hands in every part of our lives that we can imagine. They want to tell you who can have health care and who can't have health care, what you can read in school and what you can't read in school, who you can marry and who you can't marry. The time for the Republican power grab is over. But the only way we get there is that we come to places just like Campbell County and we let Democrats who live here know that you are not alone. I know that it's not as easy as being in Nashville or in Memphis where everything's blue. I know it's hard to find Democrats sometimes, but I want to really say to you all, thank you for being willing to stand up and say, I'm a Democrat, I'm a proud Democrat, I'm going to keep voting Democrat. Because of that, it gives us the fuel and the energy to keep going. And we're going to do everything in our power. And I told Joanne this. I showed up a couple weeks ago and I missed her meeting. But I promised her I was coming back here tonight. And I'm making the promise again tonight that I'll be back in the weeks and the months ahead as we take on these Senate races, these congressional races, these state house races, these state Senate races, these school board races, these county commission races. Because every single thing we do has to be so strategic. And we have to move in a way that Republicans begin to realize that they just can't roll the big red truck in the middle of town and start throwing out mega flags and expect everyone to jump on board. I mean, they have drastically changed the political dynamics in our country. I know people are sick and tired of not being able to have a decent conversation with their neighbor, not being able to have a decent conversation with folks who they went to school with, not even being able to have a decent conversation with the folks who they call family, because politics have become so divisive. I don't believe that it has to be that way. But it starts with good people willing to stand up and say, time is up. It's time for us to do something different. And I'm putting my name on the line to be able to do it. It has been an honor for me to serve as our state party chair and to have an opportunity to go to every corner of the state and to ask folks that one simple thing: stick with us, hang in there with us. We've got a president and Democrats in Washington who are delivering results. And if we work hard, then we can send them some help from Tennessee. Thank y'all.
Yeah.